So when you step out in faith, you're saying, God, only if you show up. And you know what I have found 100% of the time? He does. It's a quick my story. When Michelle and I were part of a campaign like Build, called Forward in Faith, it was to build this building that we're sitting in right now. We were engaged at the time. We were still in college. I was getting ready to graduate. She had 2 more years on her doctorate, and it was a 3-year campaign, and we knew that at the end of 3 years, we would both have jobs, and we would be able to have some kind of income and give something. And so we picked a number, and we committed to it on Commitment Sunday. I'll be honest, we both felt convicted after that, though, because we had just done the math. We did the math, and we were like, we can totally do this, and this is no sacrifice, this is no faith, really. This is just, the math says we could easily do this. We picked a number, we committed to it, and then we felt convicted. We were out to dinner, I think, the following week after Commitment Sunday, and I made a little grumpy, and she's like, hey, what's wrong? I'm like, honey, I don't feel good about the number we committed, and she blew me away. She said, me neither. I was like, really? Why didn't you say something? And so I was like, well, do you have a number? She said, yeah. And I was like, well, I do too. And I was like, man, we're going to crush this marriage thing. We're only engaged and we are like aligned, right? And so I said, okay, count of 3. We're going to say our numbers. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And we said the same number, which was mind-boggling. I don't know how that worked. We didn't have a formula. But it was like God laid this number on our hearts. And it was a number that the math didn't math. There's literally no chance on planet Earth we can fulfill this commitment. And that's the number we decided to write down. We knew then no one's coming and knocking at our door. So we're like, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what God does. And what's wild is not only were we able to fulfill our commitment, but God did show up, and we ended up being able to give more than we first committed. 80% confident, 20% just, God, do what only you can do. Some are going to give more, some are going to give less. Here's what I'm saying. Every little thing matters. Every commitment matters. Everyone's gift makes a difference. It's not equal giving, it's equal sacrifice. Think in the Bible, the lady with the 2 pennies, she gave all that she had. Like, don't just rely on your math and your abilities. And if your commitment doesn't scare you a little bit, maybe we need to think a little bit more, pray a little bit more, because I really like this approach. I like having a formula, right? 80%, we can totally do this. We did the math, we can totally do this. And then add 20% and go, there's no way. That's just the fun part.